Hurry up, Don. It's almost time for Beakman's World.
Okay, Herb, here I come. Tell the truth. Is it noticeable?
Is what noticeable?
I thought you were going to make fun of my new toupee.
That's a rug? I thought a bunch of birds built a nest on your head.
So you don't think I look ridiculous?
Well, you're not bald. What are you doing with a toupee?
Well, I thought I'd look like Beakman.
Ooh, you have a point there.
No, that's my head.
Right. Better keep the toupee.
Okay.
If you wove the hair on your head into a rope, it could hold 5,000 pounds. I'm Beakman. And you just dropped into Beakman's world. I'm cat-like with curiosity. Phoebe, I have a feline. You have a question for me.
Oh, wow! Here's one that ought to give you pause. It's from Seth Giles of Greenfield, New Hampshire. Seth wants to know, when an airplane breaks the sound barrier, why does it make a noise?
My answer? Beans, and plenty of them. You see, if you're gonna fly that fast, you need a big engine and lots of gas.
And Lester should know. He rattles our windows all the time. Oh.
Mach 2.
Bang up question, Seth. And to answer it, first we better find out what the sound barrier is and how you break it.
And if you do break it, who's gonna pay to have it fixed?
No, Lester. The sound barrier is not a thing, it's an idea. You see, for a long time, people thought you couldn't move faster than the speed of sound.
Sound has a speed?
Absolutely. At sea level, at 59 degrees Fahrenheit, sound travels through air at just under 761 miles per hour. Or 1,218 kilometers per hour.
Listen, big Manhattan clam chowder. The idea that sound has a speed is just, well, super exciting. But I require further proof. Call it sound reasoning. I am all ears.
If it's proof ye seek, it's proof ye shall get. But first, let's celebrate the 4th of July. Well, here we are at the 4th of July.
Hey, and thanks for bringing the guy in a rat suit-sized bucket of bird.
Ugh. Okay, what does the 4th of July have to do with the speed of sound?
Aha! Look and listen.
Oh, that is so weird! First you see it, and then you hear it.
That's because of where we're sitting. If we were right next to the fireworks when they exploded, we'd see the light and hear the sound at just about the same time.
Well, if we were that close, it could be the last thing we'd ever see or hear. So eat up.
Aren't you forgetting the gravy?
Never.
Anywho, since we're about a half a mile away from the fireworks, and since light travels so much faster than sound, we see the spectacular sky sparklies before we hear them.
So sound really does have a speed.
Bada boom! It's out there!
Okay, Beakman. Now we know sound has a speed, but I still don't know why a plane makes a boom when it goes faster than sound. Beep, beep.
That's easy. Ray, may I have the Lester-scope, s'il vous please? First, the plane takes off. Snacks and beverages are served. Just as the in-flight movie Free Willy 17, about a killer whale working through marital difficulties, is about to begin, the plane goes through the sound barrier, breaking said barrier. So, the sound you hear is the sound of the sound barrier being broken. And there you have a nice, concise explanation, all wrapped up with a pretty bow on top.
But Lester, it's completely
I never said it wasn't.
Ray, may I have the bogoscope, please?
When a plane stands still on the ground, the sound of its engines go out in all directions. As the plane starts to move forward, the sound waves in front of it get crowded together. As the plane flies faster and faster, it begins to catch up with the sound waves. But when the plane goes faster than the speed of sound, the sound waves overlap. Instead of hitting you one at a time, they hit you in a bunch, making a monster sound wave. A shock wave that we hear as a sonic boom.
Beakman, that was fascinating. I came this close to staying awake.
Get this! The sonic boom doesn't just happen the moment the plane breaks. The sound barrier!
The sonic boom follows the plane around for as long as it travels faster than sound.
But we only hear it when that big bang hits us.
Wow! It must be really noisy up in that plane.
No. If you're in the plane, you don't hear the sonic boom at all. And do you know why you don't hear it? This is really cool. It's because...
You're going faster than the speed of sound, and the sound of the boom can't catch up with you?
Well, in a word...
Yes.
Bada boom!
So, thanks for your letter in question, Seth Giles.
That's why sonic booms go bada...
For miles and miles.
Coming up next, a trick that'll amaze your friends. So go, find your friends and hurry back.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Let's get ready to rock. Oh, it's time to spranium your cranium. Oh, here he is, the surfer of Surefire, the boogie boarder of the borderline, the Arlene Mandrell of the haste and smell, the one, the only, hey, the Beakman.
You whomp 'em? Oh, I'll stomp 'em. Let's Harlem shuffle.
At the tone, the time will be...
Question? Linda Lay from Sarawak, Malaysia writes, Dear Lester.
Dear Lester? Nobody's ever asked Lester a question before. Let me see that. Dear Lester, which animal has the longest tail?
Well, obviously, Linda felt that this question was just a bit too tricky for you, Beakmania. I would have to say that it is my mother. And she starts telling the tale about what a failure I've been as a son and as a man in a rat suit. Well, she could go on for days.
Lester, not that kind of tail. This kind of tail. The average blue whale has a tail that is 33 feet long. That's almost as long as a school bus.
Question? I know the Earth spins. Whoa, but how fast does it go?
I happen to know that the Earth is a very well-behaved planet and always spins at less than 65 on the highway and under 15 miles per hour in school zones.
But
your mileage may vary.
Correct answer. At the equator, the Earth spins at more than 1,000 miles per hour.
Pull over to the side of the galaxy.
Wowsies, 1,000 miles per hour. What direction is it spinning?
It's going around and around so fast, I'm dizzy.
No, I'm the one that's dizzy, remember?
How could I forget?
Question. Are eye jam and toe jam? Ooh. The same thing?
Hold that queasy query, Phoebe, 'cause it's time to jam with the Beakman Challenge. Lester!
Beacom, before we begin the humiliate the rat portion of our little show, I just want you to know that my mom is watching.
Oh! Hi, Lester's mom. How's the food in prison?
Anyway, so could you kind of make me look smart for once?
You got it, buddy. If you're going to do any of our experiments, please be sure to do them exactly the way Beakman does them. Safely and with the help of an adult.
That way you'll avoid the thrill of injury and the agony of defeat.
Right you are, Harry. Hey, is that a spot on your jacket? Okay, Lester, my incredibly intelligent assistant, I challenge you to place your grubby mitt inside this dish of water and pick up that quarter without getting your hand wet.
Easy as pumpkin pie. Stand back. There you go, Beaks. Dry as a bone.
But how? But why? I was right here and I saw your hand dripping wet.
Well, obviously you weren't looking closely enough. Replay seafood plate.
Replay!
When I withdrew my hand from the water, only the keenest of observers could detect my secret. With my lightning-fast reflexes, I was able to dry off my hand in a beak blink of an eye.
Lester, that was ridiculous.
And yet, good fun.
Here's how it's really done. First, I cover my hand with talcum powder. Sprinkle some on top of the water. Now I place my hand in the dish. And when I pull it out, what do you know? No H2O. Here's how it works. When I placed my powdered hand in the dish, it didn't get wet because talcum powder is hydrophobic. That means the electric charges in its molecules don't attract water. So, talcum powder will stick to your hand, but water won't stick to talcum powder.
You didn't tell me I could use talcum powder. That's a whole different can of beans. That was beans with bacon.
Oh, Lester, I'm sure your mother has never been prouder. Coming up next, Lester's health secrets revealed. We'll also show you how not to end up like our fuzzy-faced friend. So if you're getting a snack, get a healthy one and come right back.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Oh, I'm aching for info. Soothe me with a question, Phoebe.
Leaving and relieving. Meredith Henry of Little Rock, Arkansas. Stephanie Swan of Crystal Lake, Illinois. And Natalie Ringley from Colorado Springs, Colorado, all wrote in wanting to know what they could do to stay healthy.
I'll take this one, Beak Manual Transmission. I have, after all, abs of steel.
Those aren't abs of steel, Lester.
Oh, did I say abs of steel? What I meant was donuts of jelly.
Lester, do you know how many calories are in these things?
Calories? I laugh in the face of calories.
And if you're not careful, soon people will laugh in the face of your giant butt.
But you and your butt are in luck, Lester. I have all the information you, Meredith, Stephanie, and Natalie need right here. Phoebe, the lights, please.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Beakman. How are you today?
Fine. I don't even know why I'm here. Goodbye.
When you're feeling fine, that's a fine time to see the doctor to make sure you keep on feeling fine. The building blocks of health.
Are they gonna hurt?
Only if you take them orally. Nutrition, a balanced diet, plenty of fresh fruits, vegetables, and grains provide your body with the fuel it needs.
Fuel? What am I, a car?
If you are, you could use a little body work.
Oh, you could use a muffler.
But it's not just what you put in your body that counts, it's also the work you get out of it. Which brings us to our next building block of health, exercise. Vigorous exercise is essential to good health. A regular workout keeps your respiratory and circulatory systems, in other words, your lungs and heart, working properly. Exercise also strengthens your muscles and lifts your spirits. Now that your body has had a good workout, it could probably use some rest and sleep. It looks like Beakman's in a very deep stage of sleep. Or should I say, stooge of sleep. But the strongest building blocks cannot stand without a cornerstone of cleanliness. Keeping the body clean controls the growth of nasty germs that cause disease. Taking a bath or shower every day helps keep the body clean and odor-free. And don't forget, regular checkups with your doctor and dentist are very important.
Well, they better be at $100 a pop.
I see there's nothing unhealthy about your sense of humor. And by the way, it's 125.
I'm gonna be sick. But anyway, I don't need a checkup. That's for old people.
Don't make me laugh. It's not only older people who get sick. Prevention of disease is a very important part of medical care. And it begins when you're a child. Regular checkups let you know that you're staying healthy. Your doctor can find little problems before they turn into big problems. And regular trips to the dentist can keep your gums and teeth physically fit and put the bite on tooth decay. So, Beakman, are you going to remember the building blocks of health?
Yes, doctor. Nutrition, exercise, rest and sleep, cleanliness, and regular checkups. Oh. See you, doctor.
Not if I see you first.
Lester, what are you doing?
Oh, just using a little mental floss.
That reminds me, we almost forgot another very big building block, mental health.
It may be the most important health of all.
A healthy body and a healthy mind go hand in hand.
Lots of things happen in our lives that can upset us.
And when you're having trouble handling upsetting things, you have parents or counselors or doctors to help you through the rough spots.
How we handle these things has a lot to do with how healthy we stay, physically and mentally.
So, Meredith, Stephanie, and Natalie, now you see.
Healthy habits are for everyone.
So, there you be.
Do you know
how many millions of trees are planted accidentally every year?
Beakman will go nuts with an answer after this.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
How are millions of trees planted accidentally every year?
By squirrels! Who bury nuts to store up food for the winter and then forget where they left them.
Hey, you know, squirrels should keep elephants as pets because elephants never forget. Oh, but then the squirrels would forget where they put the elephants and... Oh, just forget it.
But don't forget to see us next time
on Beakman's World.
You know, Herb, Beakman's inspired me to exercise.
Well, good for you, Don. I'll go get our Waddle Master out of cold storage.
Yeah, but I don't want to exercise with cold muscles. First, I better warm up.
Uh-huh. How long do you think that'll take?
Well, about a year.
Oh, well, while you're warming up, I'll stretch over and flip off Beakman.
See, you didn't warm up.
Why?